Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. It is Monday morning, I'm just about to head out to work. I thought I would just have a quick shave. I had a shave yesterday as well, but I just fancied one. The weather's not great today, it's not cold, but it's not warm. The sun isn't going to be out for quite a while, I don't think, so I'm going to get a chance to use this Tabac. You'll have seen it from the photograph at the start, and also the name in the video. Now, the smell on this, I love the smell. I don't know, I think it smells better. The actual shaving cream, so this is shaving cream, it's not the soaps, this is a shaving cream. It smells pretty much the same as the Splash, which I'll be using today as well, but it smells nicer. I don't know if it's the soap base, or I really don't know, but I just think it smells nicer, so let's just get stuck straight in. With the face, I've just had a shower. I'm a little bit croaky, I didn't sleep very well last night, I had a blocked ear and ended up with a headache, and I was cheered up just ever so slightly this morning when I woke up, and I watched the first half of Liverpool-Tottenham. It was 2-1 Tottenham at half time, and I think it was 2-1 Tottenham at half time. I can't remember if I drifted off to sleep or not. And when I woke up, Liverpool had been beaten 4-1, so it's a reasonably good start to the morning for me, considering Manchester United get absolutely smashed on Saturday. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to overload this cream, partly because it's not super expensive. It's not cheap, but it's not super expensive. I think this was 20 bucks, I think 19 bucks at my local pharmacy. I've never seen it before. I just came across it and I thought, you know what, I've just got to have it. Something I've not used, which people keep telling me smells great, works great, lather's great for a mass produced product. So here we go, I'm just going to, it's a sort of yellow goldy sort of tint, the colour of it. Oh, scent strength's massive. I mean, scent strength must be up around about a 9, it's got to be. But I've heard good things about the soap, so let's see if there's good things about the cream. If I'm honest, I haven't actually seen anyone use the cream on YouTube. It just all seems to be the soaps. Right, Wolf Whiskers. This is Peter Wolf's lime colour, I suppose. Lime's quite a common one, but this is his own version of it, and I find it just pops. The green's absolutely beautiful with the white. And it's got the 25ml Black Wolf Ultra Fan. I don't know if there's any further iterations of this, but this is the original Ultra Fan. So it's softened up now, but when I first got it, it was quite a stiff note. I've got no idea how much water to put in with this. I don't even know if I've got enough cream on. Right now it doesn't look like there is, but I can see it's starting to turn white now, so I'll just give it a bit of time. It looked like I put a lot on, so. I did test lather this in a bowl. And as you can see it's sort of struggling to split. Now I can't use my usual waiting for the lather to go opaque, because it's already opaque, so I might be able to do that now because it's quite dry. So if we dip the tips. Yeah, the Ultra Fans, they're lovely notes, but they are more difficult to work with. There we go. It's got a very powdery scent. So is the aftershave Splash. So it smells pretty much identical. In terms of the lather, I'm hoping it just needs more water. It's not really growing much so far. And in volume anyway. There we go, starting to go a little bit now. Now that is not as thick as I normally have my lather. I normally have it a little bit sort of chunkier in volume, but that being said, that's a gorgeous lather. I can feel it's got that luxurious creamy feeling to it. The brush is well caked. Right, as you've probably seen from the photograph, Gillette Rocket HD 500 number 59, and I've got a 4th use Gillette Ruby in there. I can't even remember what, actually I pulled it out of my Black Beauty, which I've just realised has got an off blade alignment as well, same as my other Black Beauty. So I haven't had much luck with brushes, and I'm not having much luck with bloody vintage razors either. So now I've only got a day's growth. I have to say the Wunderbar gave me the closest shave I've had in a long time. This is like just silky smooth. The blade feels brand new, it feels like a brand spanking new blade, it's so smooth. And I know it doesn't have a lot of hair to deal with today because of that efficient shave yesterday with the Wunderbar. But there's still hair there, and it's still cutting it. And it's still smooth, it's super smooth. The cream feels slick, feels really slick actually. Now the Gillette Nassettes were my favourite blade in this razor, and I have to say now, just based on this one pass, the Ruby's overtaken it. Right, let's check out this residual slickness. Now there is a protection there, I can feel it. In terms of slickness, it's not great. Just from finger touches though. Well, there's no juddering or skipping from the razor at all. It is gliding over my skin. It doesn't feel as slick as some soaps that I use, but it is a mass-produced product, so I'm quite impressed actually, I have to say. So that's very thin. I'm just going to do it at the tips and see if it'll actually grow a bit. Now, given that I used the Castle Forbes cream yesterday, it gives me a good indicator of what sort of quality this cream is. Now it's good, but it's nothing near the quality of Castle Forbes in terms of the actual lather ability, the cushion as well, because this isn't as voluminous. But it's still nice, and the slickness is there. There's definitely a pretty good slickness. And I love the scent. I think the scent's great. I do like the scent of tobacco. My wife hates it, but it's not something I put on all the time. It's mainly just an every now and then sort of scent. I find where it works best definitely on a cold day. It does have a sort of campfire feeling about it. And obviously the other thing you can't really argue with because most things that come out of this country are generally shit hot, as it's made in Germany. And you don't get many bad products that come out of Germany, no matter what it is, really. They've got very, very high standards for everything. I mean, you just have to look at the progress that the Mercedes company's made with vehicles over the years. The slickness is there is residual slickness there, but it's not building. It feels the same as it did after the first pass. The scent's just filled up the bathroom. In fact, I'll probably be smelling this for a couple of days in the bathroom. It's so strong. Once you get enough soap in this brush and enough moisture into it, it just sprays super easy. It can just be getting it to that point that's the difficult bit. Right, let's dip the tips again and see what happens. Yeah, I think it's pretty much at its breaking point at the moment. My son found a mouth organ a few days ago lying around and has decided that 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning is the best time to play it. There's strange things, kids sometimes. I don't remember being one myself, that's the problem. People keep saying, oh, you were a kid once. Well, I don't remember being a little fucking asshole. I probably was, but I don't remember. And that's the problem. You don't remember being a kid most of the time. And a lot of the time you can't relate to, I mean, what's going through their heads half the time? You know, you give them 2 blocks of Lego and they can just totally drift off into this other world and have an absolute ball for 2 hours with 2 bits of Lego. And I'm sat there with my PlayStation 4 getting pissed off that there's 1 pixel out of place on a 1080p screen. Do you know what I mean? It's just a totally different world for kids these days now as well. That's the other thing. There's a lot of kids out there. I mean, my kids have their iPads and the technology, but they only get to use it at the weekends. They don't get to use iPads or computers during the week unless it's work school related for research or whatever. And even then, we try and teach them other ways of doing things. I mean, one of the main things is there's a dictionary. You can buy your kids a dictionary, a real one, a book. Because they're learning to read. Let them read from something that you're supposed to learn to read from, a book. I know I haven't read a lot of books in my life, but I still have a dictionary, a real dictionary. Well, that's me done and dusty, guys. That was a pretty painless and effortless. I do have 2 weeklies down here, which I just literally got on that last pull down my neck. Just getting a little bit cocky with the mild razor. But other than that, yeah, it's got no 1 splash of water and the residual slickness is completely gone. Do you know something? I think that's probably bordering on the strongest soap I've used, scent wise. I'm tasting it and it's not going out my mouth either. Post shave, it feels alright. It doesn't feel, feels nothing like it did with Castle Phobes yesterday. I've got there's a bit of moisture in there, but it does feel a little bit dry, I have to say. So rather than using this Tabac Splash, I think I'm just going to stick a little bit of balm on there today, just a little bit unscented, because I don't think I need anything strong. In fact, I may just go with a bit of this bit of shave oil. It's a cool fix to help with the ingrowns. peel the skin, and I'm also quite partial to the scent now, and it stings like buggery. Well, maybe it doesn't. I've obviously had a good shave. Right, so that was the Tabac Cream, which comes in a box like that and out of a tube like that. That'll last absolutely ages, that, it really will. It smells absolutely great. The brush goes the Wolf Whiskers Custom. I'm trying to think what it is now. I think it's the Becky top with the Iliad bottom. The problem I'm finding is I've got quite a few brushes in the tent now, and I'm not forgetting but just finding it harder to remember what each brush really is. So Wolf Whiskers Lime, as you can see there, 25mm Ultra Fan, lost the hair there, and this one is the Becky top, so that's the Becky top from Peter's website, and the bottom is the Iliad bottom, and then it's got the fluting on there as well. So just a great brush, they really are. These brushes are exceptional. They are literally flawless when you get them in your hands. There's no scratches, no tooling marks, nothing at all. I don't know how he does it. Gillette Rocket HD 500, number 59, full fuse and a Gillette Ruby, and it was smooth. It really was. I was really impressed with it. Definitely, it's right up there, near number one on my list now of razor blades. And I think that's it. Finished it off with Shave What's a Cool Fix. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I do have the Tabac out, but I'm not going to put it on. That soap is such a strongly scented, well, cream. And there we go. I've got that lovely moisturised matte sort of silk effect on my skin now, and it feels great. And yeah, pretty much no irritation, so I really enjoyed that. Hope you guys did as well. Thanks very much for the comments on the previous video. The second one's just uploaded, but the previous video with regards to moving forward with the channel. I'm just going to carry on anyway. I was going to carry on. I just think there'll come a point where I thought there might come a point where people would get bored or whatever, but I think the thing is I don't watch my own videos back, so I don't actually listen to my own bullshit. So I think in that sort of sense, I mean, I watch Ken Surfs, Ken Shaving and BSing, Spence Shave, Suffolk Shaver, you know, Manny over at SoCal Shave, Rudge Shaves, Stallion, God, Shaved Vice. If I've missed your name off, I am still watching your Paul H films, Kevy Shaves, you know, I even watch I think it's me and my wife shaving, I watch every now and then as well. Yeah, it's just, there's that many guys out there to watch, but I'm finding it hard to find the time at the moment, and over the next, between now and January, if I get in the transit guards in January as well, my time is just going to be totally gone. So my videos will still go up, but in terms of actually being able to watch people, it's going to be really difficult. It's going to be probably near impossible, but I shall do the best I can. But other than that, thanks very much for tuning in. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.